Labour casts gloom over upcoming budget. Opinion: there is some necessary politicking in the government's gloomy warning about the parlous state of health, education and other services it inherited from National. Prime Minister Jacinda Ardern and Finance Minister Grant Robertson played tag team on Monday to shoot home the blame to National for having to play catch-up on a shortfall of billions of dollars in funding for essential services. Expect to hear more of that between now and the next budget, when Labour starts making the case against National's record with more concrete examples like the rotting state of Auckland's Middlemore Hospital. Playing the blame game is always good politics because it gives new governments breathing room on problems like Middlemore. It's also about troubleshooting their predecessors' legacy. Every claim of better economic management from National, Labour will show you a looming crisis as the price of National's surpluses and tax cuts. National cemented in voters' minds the decade of deficits it inherited from Labour in 2008. Labour wants to turn the tables and lock in the image of a decade of neglect under National. But there is also a cold cup of reality in the gloomy warnings. Robertson has already dug deep for the government's flagship families package and other coalition promises, and what money is left has largely been earmarked for core areas like health and education. Cancelling National's $8 billion tax cuts paid for the family's package, but the first budget was always going to be tight regardless, and not just because of other flagship promises like free tertiary and Kiwi Build. The cost of just treading water in areas like health and education alone can run into the billions of dollars, especially with a growing population. And while Robertson has a little more room to move than National because of a higher debt track and a small windfall gain in the form of higher than expected revenue, he has also tied his own hands by sticking to Labour's promise to get debt below 20% of GDP within 5 years. The gloomy warnings are a reality check on any expectations of a lolly scramble in the May budget. That was necessary because of building pressure for public sector pay rises and rising demands from the social service sector for more cash. But it also frames the debate for the next election. National is playing dumb over Middlemore, and is already ramping up its attacks on Labour over fuel taxes and its lack of fiscal room to move as a consequence of poor management and a spendthrift government that is already squandering National's legacy.